Good afternoon, welcome to another video with a guy and his projects. Today we're working on the Nissan Titan again. So we are doing some maintenance here. Remember, before we get started, hit the subscribe button so you know when I post videos. If you have a Nissan Titan, if you're interested in the Nissan Titan, or you just love looking at my beautiful face, hit the subscribe button, the bell, so you know when I post a new video. Other than that, hit the thumbs up if you feel generous. And speaking of generous, anything I use in this video today, I will link down below in the Amazon links. I make a little commission off of things if you click on links and buy stuff, so buy a lot. No biggie. Anyway, moving on. Today we are doing Sparkplug DIY how-tos going on here. So what we bought, and I'll show you these in the description below, of course, some Laser Platinum Premium NGK Sparkplugs PL-FR5A-11s. And that's what's going in on this Nissan Titan. This is an easy DIY, guys. This whole process for both of these items, super easy, not a big deal you can do in your driveway. So remember, guys, I am not a mechanic. However, I am not unfamiliar with vehicles by any means. This is not a how to do the task we're doing. This is a how I am going to do it. Follow me at your own risk. And little disclaimer out of the way, we're done. Okay, so for the spark plugs, I've got a tray right here just so I don't lose nuts. I've got some Q-tips. I've got a huge bottle of dielectric grease. I've got my spark plugs. I've got a 10mm that I'm assuming is the right size. Yep, 10mm is the right size. So I got 10mm and a 1/4 inch drive just because that's what I have. And then I have a 5/8 inch magnetic spark plug socket. I'll link that down below. That's gonna be awesome with an extension that I don't know if I need and a 3/8 drive ratchet. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna start at this side. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna jump over there and do 1, 2, 3, 4. You probably don't need to see everything because most of this is pretty easy to do, but I will film what I can for you. You know what, maybe we'll start over here because you guys can actually see this side. Let's put you guys on the radiator cap where the rubber will melt. You guys can see over here. All right, so this is one of your spark plugs. I don't know which. It says 7 on it, but I think that's just a quality check mark, which means these are original. So all you're gonna do is grab this little gray tab here, depress it, and pull off. However you can do that. Oh, without getting in the way of the camera. Lucky you. You're not using a camera. Holy crap. So I just drove for a half hour. This is hot. It's hot stuff, man. Oh, wiggle, wiggle, boom. All right, get your connector off. You're now free there. So now you're gonna come down and there's this little retaining bolt right here holding the coil down. Your coil, your ignition coil, whatever you wanna call it, your boot, your electrical, I don't care what you call it. It's holding it down. If I can get in there with an extension better. Give you guys some better visibility. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so in my case, these I don't think have ever been undone. So it's a good thing to do. Okay, so we're just gonna unscrew this bolt. There's the bolt. Put it in my magnetic tray. Now we can kind of grab this coil and pull it up, straight up. Not straight as in straight up. You wanna go at an angle that it's in. You guys are slooping, aren't you? Or did I put you there? Okay, so you're just gonna pull this out. There's one ignition coil. Now we have access to your spark plug hole. What's inside your spark plug hole? Well, let's hope it's a spark plug. You guys probably can't see because I'm causing a shadow. But down in there somewhere is your spark plug. So we are going to switch over to our 5/8 inch magnetic spark plug socket. And we're gonna stick this down there ever so gently. Whoa, we need a longer extension. Hold on. All right. We're doubling up our extension game, and that's too long, darn it. All right, now we're gonna try sticking this in there. Straight down tube till we feel a spark plug. Do a little twist by hand to make sure you're the right size. The new one's 5/8, but doesn't always mean the old one is. And with your limited amounts of room here, sure looks like you got more room than this to work. Okay, now we're just gonna break her out. She feels a little crusty. Okay, once you get it to the point where you can grab it with your fingers, feel free to do so. Not bad. And with the magnetic version, every few turns you can just kind of give a tug on it, and if it doesn't come up gently, then you know you still got some more threads in there stuck. So just keep doing that, and once it comes up gently, you know you should have your spark plug. And there she is, guys. There is the old spark plug. Honestly, does not look horrible. So maybe these have been changed before, maybe not, I don't know. Either way, I've already got the new spark plugs, so I'm gonna go ahead and change them. Yeah, that's nice and hot. So the good news is this is the stock part number, the PLFR5A-11. So my bet is on these never being replaced, but the electrode actually looks pretty good for 150,000 miles. Either way, we're replacing them. We're gonna break out our make you look like a tin man's anti-seize stuff, because I keep hearing about how amazing this is. We're gonna grab our first spark plug, and we're going to put a very small amount, if possible, amount of anti-seize on here. It's pretty much impossible to get a small amount when you're working with anti-seize. Doesn't matter what you do. I put anti-seize on in the garage, and I will find it all over the house later. All over my clothes, all over everything. I don't know what it is, but it's annoying. So the next thing you can do if you want is you can actually take a Q-tip and coat the outside of this ceramic with your dielectric grease. Look, I barely even touched anything and I'm all anti-seized. Alright, so we're gonna grab our dielectric grease, put a dab on there right here. We're gonna grab a Q-tip and just try and spread it around. You've seen other videos where I do this differently. I have yet to find my most preferred way. I've yet to have any issues no matter how I've done it. So as long as you're not getting this all greased up, as far as I know, you're golden. Alright, so now we're gonna put our socket on it without getting that dielectric grease everywhere, or the anti-seize, which is too late. You're gonna shove this in the hole very, very gently. You do not want to bend that tip. And very gently slide it in place. Once you think you're in place, you're going to hand thread this until you get tight. If you get tight after 2 turns, you know you're cross threaded. You do not want to cross thread. So I repeat. No, I don't repeat, that's annoying. So yeah, spin it in as much as you can by hand, and then we're gonna break out the torque wrench and actually torque it to where it's supposed to be. All right, so according to the Googler, this is supposed to be down to 18 foot-pounds, which equals about 216 inch-pounds, which is what we have here. It's an inch-pound meter, so and the nearest measurement is 240, so we're gonna try and go to just under 240 inch-pounds. Okay. Now we're going to put this in here and see if we can reach it and make the clickety-clackety magic happen. Not really, so hold on. So we're going to try and make this wobble magic work here. Now this, when you're trying to torque and you've got a wobble socket on there, it kind of screws with it a little bit, I think. So just be mindful of that and don't let you twist your spark plug down there very much. Try and keep that from happening. Okay. Can't quite get in there. There we go. Should have started with that. And there's 18 foot-pounds, 216 inch-pounds. So now I can pull all that out. Because we put grease on the, because we put dielectric grease on the ceramic, we probably don't need to on here. But if you wanted to, it's easy as getting it on your Q-tip and just coating it around right here. That's all. Okay, so I'm gonna sink this back down. Pop it into place, grab our bolt, pop that into place, grab this bad boy, tighten her down. You do not have a torque spec on that. We're just gonna go snug right there. You are at this point ready to plug in your electrical again. Don't forget that step until it clips into place. Boom. 1 spark plug done, easy as that. We're gonna do the other 7. They're all the same. They're just harder and easier to reach as you go, no big deal. But yeah, just do that, and we'll conclude this in a little bit here, but stay tuned. You honestly have quite a bit of room to work. It feels crowded when you're in there, but it's better than a lot of other spark plugs I've done, so I'm not complaining. All right guys, that's all there is to spark plugs on the Nissan Titan. It's super easy. You have to kind of get your fingers in there on a couple of them. I used a swivel joint, I used a couple of different extensions, and it was able to be done all basic hand tools that you can buy at your local store if you don't have them already. Yeah, it's really not complicated, not overly hard. This is the Carnage. These all look good except for these two. These were the two in the back on the driver's side. And this one is not bad at all, really. It's just slightly discolored for some reason. This one, however, I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna have to look in to see what all this color means. But there's even dirt on the threads, and that's slightly concerning to me. So I don't know what dirt on the threads means. If you do, let me know in the comment. Obviously it means somebody got in here at some point and did change these out with OEM type spark plugs. And I just did it again, but that's fine. Now I know exactly how many miles are on them and how much life I should get out of it. So all there's left to do at this point is make sure you didn't leave any ratchets in there to go flying around and hitting stuff and freaking you out on the freeway. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and climb inside and fire her up just to make sure everything still fires. Stick our key in, turn our AC off, and turn. Started up just fine. Sounds like normal, no surprises, nothing funky, no funky business. So, we're at 146, 280,000 miles. 146,280 miles, I guess I should say. However you want to say, that doesn't really matter for the purpose of the video. Remember, if you guys were interested in this light, I find it super helpful. Even without the camera, I mean, it's just nice to be able to see in there. I mean, you can rotate it all kinds of different ways. You can turn it, all kinds of options. Anywho, just like I said in the beginning of this video, if you liked what you saw, make sure you let me know with a thumbs up. Check out the Amazon links. That helps me out if you click on them and buy something. Doesn't have to be that thing. Just buy something after clicking on the link and I get a small commission. It's super helpful. Also, I got a PayPal link and Zelle link if you feel so inclined. If I've helped you out enough to save you a couple dollars from going to the mechanic, let me know. Comment down below if you know anything. I don't know. I thought I had something I was going to say and I lost it, so just comment down below. That's the moral of the story. Remember, entire playlist on the channel with the Titan. I've got tons of other playlists. I've got Jeeps, I've got other Jeeps, I've got more Jeeps, I've got other trucks, I got plenty of trucks, I got a couple cars, got a couple SUVs. All of it is in my channel, on my channel, I guess. You know, almost 200 videos, who cares, whatever. Anywho, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.